We are live.
OMG. Yes, we are. And you're not Shayna.
I am not Shayna. I am
No, you're
filling in
not.
for Shayna. I am Tim.
Tim, but actually, when you look at it backwards, it says Mitt.
It says Mitt, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. But
Tim Mitt.
Tim Mitt. But it feels good. It feels good to be going live with you and filling in for Shayna. It's
Yeah, I mean, Shayna's doing other things in different parts of the country, and we're here now. And it's the thing that we really need to discuss is why does summer have to end on Labor Day?
I know. I feel like summer just started.
Oh, forget that. Just the fact that Labor Day, hey, it's over. Everyone out of the beach, leave it alone, move on, do your thing and whatnot.
Yep.
And here we are. We are talking about invoices. Now, I don't know how the heck that segue works, but there it was.
Yeah, there's the segue. You're right. There's a lot that can be done with an invoice, and I think that there's a lot that shops can be capitalizing on with these invoices. I think invoices, they really go into how many customers' hands?
Well, you have to figure out, in many states, an invoice is a legal document, right? So it should be going into 100% of your customers' hands, one way or another, be it you're printing them or emailing or texting, but it should be in 100% of the customers' hands. And the thing about this, Tim, is the fact that shops need to do advertising.
Mm-hmm.
And we already have the tool to do it because, an invoice in everybody's hands. But if I go and send out postcards, let's say I send out 1,000 postcards. They say that a good return, I know I've said this one before, is 3 to 5%, which means 970 pieces of trash I just sent to people's house.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll get recycled, But yet your invoice should be in the customer's hand and it should have everything there. So why not put it to work?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we're here for.
Yeah. And it's an invoice is a good way for you to create a good impression and really, especially if they're a first-time customer, that's a great way for you to give a good first impression.
Yeah, I mean, everybody out there, many people, I should say, have just generic black and white, very difficult to read.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go and spend some time on your invoice and make it easier to read and gussy it up and make it look better, customers are less likely to shove it in the glove box or do something with it. Matter of fact, we can put things on an invoice that the customer's going to want to make sure it's not in the glove box and that they bring it back the next time they come to your shop.
Yeah, and you can be doing that by building your brand and incorporating color and logos and really making them easy to read. I think is another key aspect to do.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I have one here that I printed out a few minutes ago,
mm-hmm.
and everything that you just said, there it is. We got a logo, we've got color. And from the distance, hey, that's JB Automotive you just went to.
Right.
From the distance here, people can recognize your brand. And when
mm-hmm.
you start showing things off, people go, oh, you go to JB Automotive, how are those folks over there?
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that we want to definitely discuss. And also, you got all sorts of little things that you can do here, too. You
right.
Put different images on here and connections. If I send this digitally to somebody, they can actually click on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, all these items that you see right here on a digital copy, and actually go right to my shop's website for those social media sites. And know what? They can say JB Automotive. That's the place to go.
Which is great because everyone has their smartphones with them, mm-hmm. and that's probably where they're looking at it. And being able to just click right onto a social media or whatever other outlet,
mm-hmm.
That's very convenient.
And the other thing, Tim, that make this really, really cool is affiliates.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. All these shops have all these name brands up on there and they bring people in because they see the name brand and go, hey, I want to go to JB Automotive because they use such and such product and whatnot. But there's another use for having affiliations. When you're working, when your business is in somebody's neighborhood, you want to be sure that they know that you are part of the neighborhood. So one of the suggestions that I have is that if you can, set up the affiliates right here. Okay, AAA, as you can see, is right on there, bolt-on and whatnot. But also, if you sponsor a softball team, a baseball team, or anything like that, get it on there. Yeah. Or if you have a monthly, if you're doing some kind of fundraiser or whatever, get it on there because you want to let the customers know that not only do you work in their neighborhood, but you don't live there, but you're part of the neighborhood. You want to make it succeed. You're not just going in there taking money and running with it. So being able to put stuff like this down at the very bottom here is a really good helping hand.
Right. That is a great point. It's a great way to show the community, who you're working with, and really give that brand awareness.
Mm-hmm. And the other thing that also, when you put an invoice in somebody's hands, it's supposed to tell them what you did today. But let's take it a step further.
Mhm.
Instead of just having the customer know what we did today, why don't we prepare them for what they're going to need to do in the future? So putting recommendations, and that's what I got here. And again, look, it's color, and you see that bright yellow spot right there? Those are recommendations that you see right there.
Yep.
And what's cool about this is that if you're my customer and I gave this to you, you can look at it and say, well, I'm going to have to do my oil change. Oh, my inspection's coming up. You're going to have all that information right in front of you. And it's going to remind you and hopefully get you to come back. But wait.
There's more?
Yes, there's always more.
All right.
See that QR code on there? See that QR code right there?
Yep.
If you take a smartphone, you actually aim it right at that thing, it's going to say, hey, do you want me to read the QR code? And you go, yeah, and you tap on it, and guess what it does? All this stuff here, and I got to stop picking this up, all this stuff here actually goes right into your cell phone calendar and reminds you that these dates are coming up. So now, you got all this stuff bringing you back. And isn't that what it's about?
Super convenient.
And as we talked about last week when Shannon was here, is that you have a 65% chance of selling to a repeating customer, but only a 5% chance to a customer that's new. Well, guess what? This is how we get them to repeat. So that's another good piece on there. So, and the fact that you can send this digitally and or via paper or text it, whatever, is another great piece because, if you don't invest in a whole lot of paper and whatnot, you can actually get that online and send it to customers and they get to see exactly what's going on.
Right. Yeah. That's great to have that feature to just have them literally just take a picture and be on their way to scheduling an appointment. That's how you get the customers in.
Can you show any more thrilledness right now?
We're talking about invoices and,
Hi, I'm Tim. I'm nervous. Don't worry about it, man. What do we got at the bottom there, Tim?
What was that?
What's on the bottom?
Oh, these are discounts, coupons.
But here's the question. Do they really need to be discounts? All right, so
have
here's
to be.
another thing. See what Tim's holding up right there? Air filter discount, breathe easy, the tiny, shiny car wash. Why not put things on your repair, your invoice that you give to a customer to bring them back? And know it's really cool? Some of the software that we have out there, like Bolt-On, we can actually have it set up that it looks at the recommendation and puts on a coupon for that recommendation. Yeah. Now, here's the point. Everybody thinks that coupons have to be savings. It has to be somehow to reduce the cost and whatnot. And they don't have to be. They could be informational things. For example, air filter discount, you can have on there that, it's $49.95 on most cars. So when that customer comes back and you tell them it's $49.95, aren't they already prepared?
Yeah.
And check this out. Notice the tiny, shiny car wash over there. That's where weird things are back.
I know.
Anyway, you can have other companies actually buy space on your invoices to pay for your printing and your ink and all that. And then you send customers to them and they send customers back to you. So let's put this thing to work.
Yeah. Let's build that relationship with other, companies that we can work together and like you said, pay for making these invoices.
Yeah. So look at that. That's different.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that's going to stand out. And look at the front page. You got both pages right here. And the thing is put this item to work for you.
Yeah.
Get it in customers' hands so that they can see from the distance, hey, JB Automotive and all that stuff, and get that out there and let people see these so they come back to your shop and buy more.
Right. We know that they're going to be getting an invoice, so why not utilize that and really take it to the next level and get some more use out of it?
Yeah. I think that's the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
So, anything else?
How can they be creating this,
Well, we're from Bolt-On Technology, and we have a program called Report Pro, and you can go in there and you can make this as complicated or as simple. You can stay in black and white. You don't have to go to color. But everything that I'm showing here and much, much more, you can actually do right in our program and print these out. And here's another nice thing about this. If you have customers that drive for a living, why not send them a digital copy so they can put it on their PC, and when tax season comes up, they have every repair right there, right now, and that can be shipped right over to their tax people. Okay, and you can give them a copy and a digital copy. So think about this, and here's the other cool thing. If I'm going to email you a copy of this invoice, what do you need to give me first?
Email
address. Guess what, folks? You get email addresses, you can advertise to these folks. Boom!
That's a win-win.
That's a win-win. So I think that's pretty cool. There's just so much. And look, how about this? Your shop has a website. Why not put it at the bottom? So when you send it digitally to people, they can click on the website and maybe you have some information about your car show that's coming up, or you have something going on, and it's all right on there, and the customer just has to click to get to it.
One click away.
So I really think that this is something that every shop should think about.
Yeah.
Because look at this, and it's going to leave an effect on your customers. It's going to give them reasons to look at it because all the colors and everything that you're presenting on there, and it's going to help customers come back.
Yeah, give a professional look and really stand out from any other invoice they would be receiving.
Yes. So my recommendation, Tim,
Yep.
Mitt,
Nick?
is that you should do something with your invoices.
Yeah.
You know, every place that you go and you purchase something, don't you get a little invoice that shows you things? We're going to do it too. So why not?
Yeah. I think that's a great point. I think that, sitting right in front of you, use it.
So should we wrap it up?
I think we should wrap it up.
So just to review, using an invoice that you're already giving to your customers, you can make sure that you're spending less money on advertising because that is part of your advertising. You're going to make it easier for customers to read and put color on it so they're at the eye candy's there.
Yep.
You can put history on here, and you can put the future stuff on here to bring them back. You can put affiliates, not only companies that you work with, but any kind of charity or somebody that you work with can be on there. You can put coupons that don't have to be sale items. They can be educational pieces, $199.95 for your next trans service.
Yeah.
On those vehicles. And that thing is you're preparing your customers. And know it, some people are going to think those are coupons and they're cheap, so they're going to use them anyway. You can send this digitally, or you can print it out and give it to your customer. And when you send it digitally, it's got live links all over it. So your customers can say, JB Automotive, place to be.
Those are great recommendations, and hopefully, people can hear this and take advantage of it.
Yeah. Well, Tim, I think we got to end it.
I think so too, and Shane will be back next week. So,
hey, we did a good job, though.
We did.
It's a little rough.
Yeah.
So anyway, folks, we're going to have these on a weekly basis. Send us questions because, as you can see, we may be giving you some answers that you don't even know you have the questions for. And reach out to us. Let us know what we can talk to you about in the future.
We're here to talk and answer.
Yes.
Alrighty. Well, with that, let's sign off.
Yeah. Have a great day, folks.
Yep.
See you in a week.